Hello, Helvian here. We are back with more Naruto. This isn't going to be a particularly long stretch of chapters, but I didn't want to like go past the point where the new battle begins, so we're just going to cover the interlude between the first Zabuza encounter and the second one. So yeah, but there's still plenty of stuff to go over. So let's get into it. Preparations for battle. So Kakashi he's getting suspicious, and they figure out that Zebasa is alive. They thought it was suspicious that Haku didn't like kill or incinerate his body on the spot, and that the needles that they was used were were able to put him in a trance-like state. So yeah, lots of stuff that high IQ stuff going on here. Yeah. And yeah, Naruto's just itching for another battle because he didn't get to show his stuff as much during the first encounter, so he really wants to you know prove his worth. It was good, and now Kashi wants to get the more training in while we're in uh, this interlude area because Zabuza uh he has like a it'll take some time before he can come back. For some reason, I guess the needles take their toll on him. So, but Kakashi he can't train because he's worn out by the Sharingan, I believe. Um, this is weird. He can't use his Mangekyo, so maybe yeah. Part one Kakashi is definitely not as great as part two Kakashi. Like War Arc Kakashi leagues above this Kakashi. Anyhow, Naruto has some good potential, and then Inari comes in. This little kid. He really, no one can defeat Gato and his men. Of course, his pessimism is doesn't mesh well with Naruto, the least pessimistic. Yeah. His thing is that he doesn't believe in heroes. We'll get into it later, but yeah, he doesn't believe in heroes, but he's also really sad because of his backstory. His dad, uh, sad. But before we get into that, we got Chakra wiki content, but that Sakura, but both, but it's not just Kakashi. It's not Kakashi. It's just Sakura. Sakura does the wiki content instead of you just met Kashi because he's a teacher, but Sakura knows her stuff, People say Sakura is useless. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. 13 trillion cells, is that right? Grok. Oh, but no, you didn't see that. Grok, is this true? How many cells in the human body? 30 trillion? Huh. Whoop, nope. They're really undercounting this. So does this mean like the average Naruto character has trillions less cells than the average human? Are they just really short? Is that why it is? I don't know. It. I guess that was the best scientific estimate. We just keep finding more cells since this came out. Anyways, so let's just try to recap what she's saying here. You use energy from your cells and and uh, in your mental and spiritual energy, those two things, cells and your mental spiritual energy, they you combine them to make chakra, and with that chakra, you manipulate it with no wait. That process of making chakra from body and mind is called manipulating the chakras, and then you have to focus it with signs to make ninjutsu. Um, that's what I'm getting here. Um, so like normal people could, everyone in the Narutoverse can do this if they trained hard enough. But normal people, you have to convert your shit into chakra. So from this, I gather that normal like citizens, non-ninjas, they don't have chakra. They have the ability to manipulate. They could train to learn chakra. They could train to generate chakra. But if they don't need it, if they don't combine their body and mind and manipulate the chakras, then they don't get chakra. That's what I'm getting at. But if you feel where I'm getting at, it feels like this contradicts stuff later because there's a big thing where that's like established later on in the series where if you run out of chakra, you die. But I don't get that because the chakra is just body and mind energy. So as long as you have body and mind energy, you should be fine. Uh, I guess we'll get to that when we get to that, but I don't know. It feels a bit off, you know. Anyhow, they don't have um these guys. They're scrubs. They don't have the full mastery of chakra. They're inefficient. Anyways, manipulate the chakra refers to summoning physical and mental energies and combining them with your body. See, mental and physical in one. They might be wondering what's the difference. What's the difference between these? And you're not going to get an explanation. I don't think. Anyways, it says here, depending on which technique you wish to employ, the amount of energy you need to absorb would vary, as with the makeup of the elements you need to combine. So what I'm getting from this is that maybe some jutsus need more physical energy than mental energy in the chakra. Or maybe it just has to do with the earth, winds, and lightning or whatever. But he doesn't really talk about the chakra natures until it's Shippuden. That takes a while. Anyways, they just need to find balance. Like, they just need to do it efficiently. And they do this by climbing trees. And that's the end of the volume. See you guys next time. Just kidding. Naruto. Volume 3. Bridge of Courage. That was a Haku. That's only one kanji. Interesting. I find it interesting. There's these the four protagonists are all their names are all in katakana. Wait, yeah, katakana. His is also katakana. Tazuna, Haku's a kanji. Zabuza's kanji too. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Interesting. Anyways, yep, they get to climb trees with looking like this, like a bat. It's a Zubat. Kill it. Anyways, yeah, you put the chakra in your feet, and that makes it like glue for some reason. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really explain why that is the case. It just that's just how chakra in the feet work. If you put chakra in your hands, could you climb it with like just like hands, like a monkey? Could that also work? Yeah. Anyways, later on, we'll do this to go through walk on water like Jesus. Yeah. Um. Yeah. This one apparently feet. It's the hardest area to manipulate chakra at, which is interesting. I can't remember what jutsus require chakra in the feet. Maybe that's I don't know. Hmm. What Okay. Anyways, chakra in the feet. So if you can do this, you're good because it's the most difficult area. So that's cool. Anyways, yeah, you have to be efficient with your chakra manipulation. Naruto can probably get away with this for a bit. By a bit, I mean well, he gets away with it for the whole series. Like, he doesn't become efficient, I believe, until I mean he gets more efficient as he gets on, like especially after the time skip. But I don't think he's ever that great at it. But he can get away with it since he has a crap ton of chakra. Anyways, they have to go. Naruto struggles with this, of course, and Sasuke he gets higher up, but Sakura is a real master. The bleep, her tongue spit out. Nice. Sasuke is ignoring her. And Naruto's cheering her on. Yeah. And see, Sakura is probably the one closest to overtaking our leader, Lord Hokage, despite all of Naruto's boasts and aspirations. Uh, Although immediately Kakashi's like, actually, Naruto and Sasuke have such massive, untapped reserve of chakra that Sakura does nothing by comparison. So by the end of this, Sakura ain't shit by the end of this. uh, Nari. Yeah. You got Zori and Waraji. I don't know if I need to pay attention to these names. Yeah, but we do have a Kato here. I forgot he actually appeared. That's interesting. Yeah, Haku standing up for Sabuza. It's also very strong, and has a nice. Um, it says here it's too soon to finish Kato off. So are they like double agents? I forget if they are. I'm not sure how they went or how their arc goes. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, she does get Sakura does get out stamina. Um, maybe she should work on that. I do think it definitely is a sign of Naruto's growth that he is asking Sakura for help. Yeah. So I earlier Crush said that Sasuke has this massive untapped reserve of chakra, which is that true? I never really knew the Uchiha for having massive untapped reserves of chakra. Like they're better at using their Sharingan than Kakashi since they're native Uchiha, but I know Sasuke does, I guess, because he is like the Ashra reincarnation or whatever. But I don't know, then Boruto, they made him like have chakra instantly. um, I don't know. Does he have massive chakra? I guess so. Kakashi says it. Yeah. And talks about Sasuke's design for a bit. That he is. Um, he says that Sasuke has become his favorite character, which is interesting. But it hasn't changed much besides that he got rid of this necklace or talisman. I like this Sakura cover page. And now Sakura's just slacking off. Go. I surpassed them. Why isn't this memed on as much as when she says in the war arc, I've surpassed, or I've caught up to them? Because this is like the one. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Hear me out, guys. Sakura versus Naruto. No Nine Tails Fox at this point in the series. Hmm. 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 Sakura. Yeah. Maybe. Like Kasha said that she's so efficient with her chakra. As one of his guys is like not scared of Gato, so he's resigning from the bridge. But um, it's like you know, this bridge will make it'll make everything better. It'll make commerce and affluence, and we'll put our country on the map. You know, this bridge will be everything. You know, but Gato is like like scary. You know, it was nice panel on the Land of Waves. And you see some of the poverty, like we won't do any jobs. Um, Sakura is noticing some of the wealth, or lack of wealth in these space because like this grocery store, don't piss here, is almost empty. It's like communism, guys. And the kids are starving. Um, she mistakes this guy for her, but he was just trying to steal her stuff. Anyways, I don't know how I feel about this thing that Taozino says about how since Gato took over, they become a city of slackers, cowards, and fools. It's like, I don't. Is this like what a realistic? Is this a realistic image of what a city where a warlord moves in could cause? Like, he just makes the people lazy. It feels almost like a reactionary like analysis of like, oh, if like a warlord comes in, it's just people, you just become lazy. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe there is some sociological analysis to be found here, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. But the bridge in his mind, it becomes a sorry, the bridge will become a symbol of courage, and they can become a it'll become great. It'll restore greatness. There's bridge, but I don't get how he thinks this bridge will stop Kato um from like having his influence on the area. Like, why don't they just have to drive Gato out? Just like ask the ninjas to get the get Gato out. And of course, that's higher like mission. Um, he can't really do that. He doesn't have the money to pay for it. Um, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe being too hard on Tazuna, but I don't know. It just feels a bit too idealistic and a bit more like a bit like anti-poor, like poor people, if they're in a poor spot, they just become lazy. Um, but the bridge, all they need is commerce, and then the poor people become richer or something. I don't know. If Gato brought the poverty, Gato will keep the poverty, I think. Or maybe he's saying the bridge will get Gato out. I forgot what his argument was before. Anyways, these guys are still training. That's cool. They're getting a bit farther. And Naruto, like, what did Sakura say to you? Flushed. That's nice. And they eat up their. This is peak Naruto and Sasuke childhood rivalry. It's just like trying to see who get trying to see who can get up the tree the fastest, or get to the top of it faster. Um, yeah. So now we're going to get into what happened with Inari's father, the land that had a hero. No, good Ruka picture, Naruto. It's cute. Anyways, so Inari was being bullied. They put his dog in the sea. That's sad. And he couldn't swim, but they put him in anyways. The dog um abandoned him, which is it's also sad. But I guess they thought the dog. I guess they think the dog thought that he abandoned him, but I still think the dog could have. The dog should have saved him. Come on. Yeah, he was saved by what was this guy's name? Oh, wait, they didn't give his name yet. Oh, wait, they said that they're not biological related. Anyways, what's her name again? Kaiser. There we go. Anyways, he's talking about how you gotta have courage and you do good things, so don't give up. Protect it with all the strength you got. Stand up for yourself. He's a fisherman. That's cool. If you do that, even if you die in the attempt, at least the world will be left with the proof that a man worth living had died. Okay. Not particularly. I don't think this quite goes into the hard work theme. That's just it's Rock Lee's theme. It's not hard work is not the main theme of this manga. um, but we will get into one of the main themes at the end of this section. Anyhow, there was an incident that was very important to Inari where Kaiza was put himself in really grave danger trying to um protect the village from this like flood issue. So he's a hero and a champion. But then Gato came to town, put Kaiza to death, in front of the entire city. Oh man, he even took his arms. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, acts of violence, terrorism against my community, and our activities here. Yeah. Um, whether or not these are true or not, well, yeah, I guess we'll never know. But yeah, yeah. But the loss of the hero, I guess that's what made them lazy. So maybe there was more truth to what he was saying, but I don't know. It just feels like way too simplistic of a thing to paint over, you know. Um. Okay, yeah. But yeah, Naruto now convinced that he has to, instead of also just rematching, having a chance to show himself, he also wants to. He's also doing this for another person, you know. He also wants to, convince Inari that there are still heroes around. It's like My Hero Academia. In the morning of the sixth day of training, Haku goes out. Does he know? He knows, right? Like, this counts drag. Oh no. Femboy. Oh no. Haku's good. Uh, it's possible he could have killed himself. That bonehead. Oh, Sasuke. Um, he's got Haku's got herbs. It's cool. Hmm. He's giving his usual ninja spiel about when he becomes Kage. Are you doing this for the sake of that person or your own satisfaction? Um, what? Like what? He doesn't care. Uh, this this one page has 1,000 words. How that's why he's loyal to Zabuza. Zabuza saved him. Oh man, this is what I was talking about. When people are protecting something truly precious to them, they truly can become as strong as they must be. That's what Naruto remembers. That he loves the city where his little boy is. That's when Kaiser got the strength. When he was protecting someone important for us. That's when Aruka got the strength to protect him from Mizuki, and vice versa when Naruto protecting Mizuki. And Kakashi saying, "I'll never let my comrades die." And Naruto's like, "Yes, I know that. Oh, it's good. It's good." I forget exactly how much this theme gets at least repeated or like emphasized and toyed with there, but like um I hope I can spot the instances of this manga where that gets emphasized. Okay. Yeah. I'm a boy. Uh, no way. He's even girlier than Sakura. Oh man. The world is an amazing place. That's the progressive action. Um, but if I remember, I don't know if it's just anime or if it's also the manga. But there was a point in the Biju training where Naruto was transphobic to an animal when he was counting the sexes. Or like they're trying to distract him from joining the war, and they're like, "The giraffe, you're not. You can hide it, but you're not a girl." Something like that. Transphobic Naruto. Hate to see it. Anyhow, um, Naruto did it. He worked hard, and he got the up the tree, and then nope. uh, Kill Rainer Sakura. Let's go. Uh, and then he falls again, and then Sasuke saves him. Yeah. Nice, happy Kakashi. A rare happy Kakashi. I like it. And now Kakashi's getting his strength back, and now same's true for Zabuza, and yeah, we're ready to go to the next stage. But that'll be it for the video because it's being like very late for me. So, yep. Not like action stuff this section, but you know some good development moments for the themes of the series and some backstories behind the characters involved and yeah, a lot more lore behind the power system. So yeah. Well, until next time, this is Sylvian. If you like, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.